All right, Psalm 82. Let's call this one Obscured Clouds. In this psalm, it seems to start out with an interesting observation as God, big G, is noted to have taken his place in the divine council amongst the gods, little g. As he goes on in verse 2 to ask them, how long will you judge unjustly? Going on in verses 3 and 4 to recall their mandate as he says, give justice to the weak and the fatherless. Maintain the cause of the afflicted and destitute. Rescue the weak and the needy and deliver them from oppression, as he will go on in verse 5 to say, they have neither knowledge nor understanding, seeming to refer to those unjust judges. He's going to go on to say that they likewise walk in darkness, going on in verses 6 and 7 to observe that God himself has called them gods, sons of the Most High. Nevertheless, he notes that they will die like mere men and fall like any prince. Going on in verse 8, it's going to seem as though the psalmist or someone is going to ask God to arise and judge the earth, for he's going to inherit it, and along with it, the nations. This psalm reminding me of the way in which at least two New Testament authors, those being Jude and Peter, use the metaphor or the phrase waterless clouds in the book of Jude, a one-chapter book, and Peter using the term waterless springs in his second epistle to refer to those who seem like they should be the source of God-given relief, only for those who approach them to find out that they are not the source of God-given relief at all. Psalm 82 seems to be a psalm in which God is rebuking the judges of Israel for not being a relief to those in need of a fair hearing, but instead being a disappointment for those in need of a fair hearing in Israel, which reminded me of some advice that I got years ago out in the working world that I recently quoted that goes, Marcus, do your best to under-promise and over-deliver, reminding me that as believers, God has called us to a certain level of integrity, that involving fairness or being the source of fairness and justice in a world where that's not easy to come by. And so this passage, along with the letters of Jude and 2 Peter, caused me to reflect on this question. Beyond over-delivering, how much are we even delivering on being the source of fairness and justice that God has called us to be?